Mayank sir, is my voice is clear?
Yes, now it's clear, sir.
Okay.
So I welcome you all on the last session of today. Uh, we have a session with Mr. Hemendra Patil, sir. He has done his BTech from Barkatullah University, Bhopal, and MTech from MNIT, Bhopal. And his research areas are CAD/CAM, CNC machining, additive manufacturing. So today he will be discussing about the 3D printing materials. So I welcome you, Hemendra Patil, sir. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Today's my topic of discussion is materials of 3D printing. In last session, I think most of the topics are covered related to 3D printings, and everybody have now much idea about the printing. So we will not discuss about the different processes. Our today's in today's session, our focus is only on the material. So let me start. This is the outline of today's session. The first introduction, different 3D printing techniques, uh, and the different materials used in different 3D printing techniques and their properties, and technical specifications related to that materials with 3D printing, and the application part. So we have now already knowledge about these techniques of 3D printing. Just so I will not go in depth of that. Our focus is on the material which is being used in this process. So FDM, in FDM, the material used is a polymer raw material. And if we talk about the FDM, it is the method where the materials are fused together in pattern to create an object. And the filaments which is used in FDM is a plastic filament as a raw material. And for SLA, which is the oldest 3D printing technology, I will say, and still being used. The SLA 3D printer directs the UV lasers to galvanometers, which directs them to correct XY coordinates, and then it is traced out the cross section of the model, and final model is created. So in this process of SLA, the material used is liquid resin, and DLP also, which is a process similar to stereolithography, where photopolymers are used as a raw materials. Uh, when we and the SLS is a method of additive manufacturing where power sintered powder form of material is used for the making the product. And for the SLM, selective laser melting, 3D printing of metal alloys are done. So the basically the material used in SLM is the metal powder particles, which are fused together in full melting process. And if we say about the polyjet printing, we use the plastic powders which are binded together. And in binder jetting also, we use the powder particles of metals and ceramics or different composites. So these are the processes with their materials. And in LOM, we use the paper form of material, we can say, or plastic or metal laminated sheets are fused together using the heat and pressure to form a particular object. So basically here, I categorize the material in this category. First one is the plastic. So we will see the plastic-based filaments used in 3D printing. And the second one is the resin, then metals and ceramic and wax. This is the basically categorization of the materials I have classified. So coming to the FDM materials, some of the FDM materials I have tabulated here. The first one is ABS M30, which is very versatile material, and a variety of colors options are available in ABS M30. And you see the application part, it is used for the concept part, production parts, and lightweight custom jigs and fixture, and thermoform tools. And some, if we see the advantages of ABS M30, it is up to 70% stronger than ABS, I will say. High or coarse resolution available for finer features or large models in ABS M30, and quick turn prototype and functional models can be formed from ABS M30. And ABS ESDS7, which is electrostatic dissipative property, have a strong ABS thermoplastic compounded. And we see the application, it is used for the fixtures, cases, enclosure for the electronic component assembly because it has the electrostatic properties, and for packaging production like conveyor and parts. And for ASA is also a versatile material, and general use go to material and UV stable with variety of color, fast color options are available here. And automotive, used in automotive, electrical, and housing supporting goods, outdoor goods, and recreational vehicles are made from ASA. We will discuss in depth about this material in further coming slides. ABS M30I, it is a biocompatible material which is used for medical handling parts, and food handling, pharmaceutical handling tools are made from ABS M30I, which is a, if we see the quality of ABS M30I, which is a very good tensile and flexural strength, and also a good impact strength. Coming to the polycarbonate, which is high tensile and flexural strength it have. And the application part, you will see that it is used for the rapid tooling, concept model, jigs and fixture, and extrusion blow molding parts are made from the polycarbonate, and which is very transparent material and high tensile and flexural strength. It have very high tensile and flexural strength, as well as the higher heat resistance property it have. Coming to the next, PC-ABS. PC-ABS is rarely available because it is not so easy to mix up the PC and ABS with the in same filament. It is very superior strength and heat resistance of PC with flexibility of ABS. So it is very high quality material and with a high impact strength. And the application part is industrial equipment, manufacturing forum, feed functional prototypes, and low volume production parts are made from PC-ABS. Coming to the next, PC ISO, it is also a biocompatible, which is compatible to some, we can say, with our body or the food. So it has the certification of biocompatibility. So application part is food packaging, drug packaging, medical devices manufacturing are made from PC ISO. And it is also a transparent and high tensile and flexural strength it have, and higher heat resistance is there in PC ISO. TPU92A, which is an elastomer and flexible, come in the category of flexible materials, which are used for making the material parts like flexible hoses, tubes, air duct seals, and protective covers and vibration dampers. So here is the some another metals which have come in the category of very precious metals because it has some specific properties like high strength to weight ratio, high thermal and chemical resistance, and very excellent properties these all materials have. So I will discuss it in separate slides also. If we talk about the nylon 12, it is high fatigue resistance, and panels cover housing with snap clips, and venting drill guides are made from the nylon 12. And if we talk about the nylon 6, which is an excellent strength and stiffness, and used for tough and strong tooling fixtures are made from the nylon 6. And Ultem 9085. Ultem 9085 is a higher, have a very high strength and high heat resistance capacity, and with FST certifications. FST certification is given to those which can make the aerospace parts. Means we can use this material to make for making the aerospace application parts. So the application parts here for Ultem 9085 is aerospace applications and ES ducting, metal forming tools, and Entero 800 Na is PKK based thermoplastic. It is also a thermoplastic and have the higher thermal capacity material and used for aerospace applications. Aircraft interior replacement parts are made from Entero 800 Na, and ECS ducting metal forming tools are made from Entero 800. I have personally separately discussed the Ultem 1010, which is very precious material. That's why I have separate made a slide for this. Ultem 1010 resin offers the highest heat resistance and chemical resistance, chemical and tensile strength of any abdem thermoplastic. The certified grade version of this material is biocompatible and approved for food contact with NSF 51 and ISO 10993 and USP class 6 certification it has. If we see the properties of Ultem 1010, it is very thermal stable and excellent strength. It have a very excellent strength, and food contact and biocompatibility certification it have. So we can use for making some product like which come in the contact of food, and just it have a biocompatibility, ideal for automotive, aerospace, medical, and food production industries. Available in only one color, and if we see the price of Ultem 10, it is this year about $70 to $100 for 500 gram. You will get it, and the extrusion temperature for Ultem is 370 to 390 degrees Celsius, and bed temperature required is 120 to 160 degrees Celsius. And if you see the strength, so it have very good strength, approximately if we talk about the yield strength, that is a 40 to 80 megapascal, varying in the range. And top user application of Ultem 1010 is a custom tool for metal, plastic, or composite parts. Fabrications are made from Ultem, and medical tools like surgical guides that can withstand the steam autoclaving. So this is the most precious application this year. Medical tools like surgical guides are industrial in industries. This material is used for making some medical tools and guides. So temperature resistance die and pattern fixtures for food productions are also made from Ultem 1010. These are some of the parts which are made from Ultem 1010. You can see this torch body is made from Ultem, and this medical surgical instrument keeping housing is made by the Ultem, and the different pipe housing instruments and connecting instruments are made from this Ultem. So the next one here is Ultem 9085. It is also a pioneering thermoplastic that is very strong and has a lightweight and a flame retardant. Ultem 9085 is an aerospace grade filament and is produced in the accordance to aerospace industry required specification. So the properties, if we say, of Ultem 9085, it is commonly used in aerospace, and automotive military industry is also used the Ultem 9085. It have a high strength to weight ratio and high heat deflection temperature. And the application part already I have discussed here. Aerospace interiors parts and production part, different production parts are made from Ultem 9085. And basically the different 3D printing related properties are same, like 1010. So not discussing again. The next year is Antirio 800 NN. Antirio 800 NN is a PEKK based FDM thermoplastic. Is a high performance material that is a chemical resistant. It have a very good chemical resistance, Antirio 800 NN, and possesses an ultra low outgassing. Outgassing means the gases which are trapped during making the material are released, that is called the outgassing, and that outgassing very low outgassing property it have and exhibits the high heat resistance, making it well suited for aircraft and space applications. So basically the Antirio 800 is also used for aerospace applications. And if we talk about the properties, it have high chemical resistance and temperature resistance also, and ultra low outgassing is there in this material, and high wear resistance. And the application part here is ducting, housing, clips, and brackets. And prototypes of different models can be made from Antirio 800 NN, and the tooling are done from Antirio 800 NN. And if we see the elongation capacity is 1.2%, and the tensile strength is 6.6 kPa, and the melting point is of this material for 3D printing, I will say, is 310 degrees Celsius, and glass transition is approximately 149 degrees Celsius. So before coming in general materials, I have shared one video here for filament manufacturing, how the ABS and PLA are made from the machines. This is the filament manufacturing machine, where here is one of the long screw is there here, and one cruiser is here, which feed the material inside, and material enters to the feed throat and come into contact with the screw, which I have shown there, and that rotate, and the screw forces the plastic bed forward into the barrel, which is heated to the desired melting temperature. Means this barrel have a different melting bed, so the material passes through the different temperature and finally then melt. And after making this wire extruded from the die, it is cooled down this in water bed. After just cooling down, it collected at the end. I'm not going in depth for the manufacturing, how they are made. So, okay. Uh, Actually, in 3D printing, we have a wide range of material which can be printed. Almost we can say all of the material, but we required a specific property for a specific applications. That's why we are discussing here which type of material, what properties and what capacities or strength they have. So, in general, I will say for the general purpose, we use the PLA, HIPS, PET, or PVA type of materials. And for functional purpose, I will say ABS and carbon fiber, PLA, nylon, TPE, or TPOs are used. And some aesthetic purposes also we use for lay wood, and different combinations with PLA we use for material. And for the application part, application specific, there are some materials like conductive ABS which can give you some conductivity. So these are the criteria in which I have divided. The first one here is the ABS, which is very durable, strong, and slightly flexible material, which gives the plastic smell when we print it, and suitable for very large variety of purposes. ABS is used in automobile components, electronic assemblies, and musical instruments also. And different toys protective cases are made from ABS, and kitchen appliances are also made by the ABS. These are some technical specifications of ABS. Bed temperature required here is 75 to 110 degrees Celsius, and melting temperature is 220 to 250 degrees Celsius. The density of the material is about 1.08 gram per cc, and the tensile strength of ABS filament, I will say, is 42.7 megapascal, and the elongation break you will get is 23.1% ABS material, and it has a good impact and wear resistance, and less odding and steam, giving the model a smooth finish, and the good heat resistance property it has. And if we see the drawbacks of ABS material, it has a heavy wrapping and need heated bed or heated chamber. Produces a pungent odor while printing, and parts tend to shrink, leading to dimensional inaccuracy. So here are some of these drawbacks. And if we talk about the price of ABS, so it is 700 to 1000 per kg. You will get it easily online, and the shrinkage ratio of the material is about 0.6. The next material here is PLA, polylactic acid. PLA is currently the most environment friendly material used in the 3D printing. It is made of renewable sources of plant starch, which is extracted from the corn or potatoes, sugar beets, and which is biodegradable. And it has a sweet smell while melt, and that is naturally transparent. You can see in the images. Naturally, it is in a transparent material. This is the chemical formula for PLA. The material is used in food packaging, bags, disposable tableware, and feminine hygiene products are made from PLA, and even in diapers, they use the PLA material. This is some technical specifications related to PLA. PLA have a flexural strength of 88.8 megapascal, and the melting temperature is 150 to 170 degrees Celsius, and printing temperature is 180 to 220 degrees Celsius. Tensile strength is about 61.5 megapascal. This is all before the printing the 3D parts, and elongation break is 6%, and minimum wall thickness you will get from 0.0197 mm to 0.5 mm. The density of PLA you will get 1.25 gram per centimeter. It has some glossier look and higher printing speeds. It can give you 30 to 60 mm per second with a lower layer heights and sharp printed corners. A wide range of composites uh, are here with PLA, and no warping is seen in the case of PLA. No nozzle clogging works with the best printer settings. And if you see the drawbacks, one of the drawbacks is low melting point. And the second is shorter lifespan and brittle because it's biocompatible. So shorter lifespan is there, and the material is brittle. That's why these are some of the drawbacks. And low melting point just has a great for printing purpose, but this is make it useless for high temperature applications. So it will simply melt in such environment where we have to use with a in the environment of high temperature. And for the brittle material, I will say it breaks when put under the stress. So this limited practical applications. So here are some of the PLA 3D types of PLA 3D printing filaments. It is based on the PLA material. This metal filled PLA filament. Metal filled PLA filament is manufactured by adding the minute metal particles to the PLA. While the extrusion process, the mixture is drawn into the filament to form the metal filled material. Depending on the composition of the material, exhibit the certain superior properties over regular PLA like the metal PLA, has a better strength and better magnetic properties, and has a metallic texture to the printed parts. But such filaments can often cause the nozzle clogging, and so care should be taken about this nozzle and is regularly cleaned up if we are using the metal filled PLA. The commonly used metals are iron, copper, brass, or aluminum are used here with the metal filled filament. The next one here is the wood filled PLA filament. To obtain a wood filled PLA filament, wood particles like wood dust or powder wood is added to the material. Wood filament offers the wooden feel and texture to the PLA. Materials are used only for the aesthetic purpose only here, as wood does not impact on the strength of PLA. And if we see the printing temperature of this wood filled filament is 195 to 210 degrees Celsius, and that is insoluble and not food safe, I will say. And if you will see the storage of this material, wood filled PLA filament, that is unaffected by the aqueous acid and alkalis. But it is affected, or we can say swollen, by the glacial acetic acid and calcium tetrachloride and some of the more acids. So we should be keep it properly. Otherwise, spout and bubbles can be seen at the in the front of the nozzle and dried without affecting the thermal properties. So the next material here is the flexible PLA material. Flex PLA is an ideal application where flexibility is the key, such as a handle or eyeglasses. This is done by introducing a rubberized element to reduce the brittleness and increase the flexibility of PLA. The natural surface of your polyamide model is perfect if you just want a physical model in your hand. So the wide selection of available color is here with a flexible PLA material. And next one here is glow in dark filament. This is an exotic material and is mostly used for the props and cosplay products. This material is formed by mixing the phosphorescent material in the base PLA filament, and you will get it within the range of 1500 to 2000 per kg. The next filament here is carbon fiber PLA. To increase the mechanical property of PLA, some manufacturers experimented with carbon fiber PLA. It is success, and the composite help in increasing the strength of PLA. So allows easy printing of the carbon fiber, which itself is difficult to print with. And you can get it within the range of 2500 per kg. We will discuss the carbon fiber in detail in our upcoming slides. One more I have added here is magnetic iron PLA. Magnetic iron PLA, as its name implies, react to the magnet and behave similarly to the pure iron, even to the point of rusting. Magnetism opens up a new world of practical applications and fun creation. In an especially great choice for the costume, outfit pieces, and props, magnetic iron PLA is compound of nature work 4043D PLA. And if we see the strength of magnetic iron PLA, it is comparatively and likely to the some degree less than the quality standard of PLA. Means strength is less than the PLA, and conductivity, if we see, the iron is too small and separated by the PLA to offer any noticeable amount of conductivity. So we can't say that this is conductive. The iron in the fiber is too finite ground to give an expansion in the general quality. So next product here, next material here is the HIPS. In PLA you can get a different. You can also get a different filament like PLA silk and PLA stone, coffee filled PLA, and color changing PLA. So a wide range of availability is there with PLA material. In HIPS is a material blend of polystyrene plastic and polybutadiene rubber. The mixture of this polystyrene results in material that both tough and flexible. HIPS is very similar to like ABS material, or we can say it is a replacement of ABS. But as the name implies, it is capable of withstanding much higher impact forces. It's easily painted and machinable and works with a large number of adhesives. Moreover, its food safe and being declared FDA compliant for food processing applications means it have a biocompatibility certificate. And the nozzle temperature for HIPS is 220 to 240 degrees Celsius, and the bed temperature requirement here is 90 to 110 degrees Celsius. The next material here is TPE, thermoplastic elastomer. TPE is the category of a rubber-like plastic that are great for printing anything that needs impact or vibration resistance. Non-3P characteristics. It is used in soft touch parts of tools, pencil, and toothbrushes, razors. Automotive window sealings are made from TPE or TPU, and car mats, airbags cover, instrument panels cover are made from this TPE because of its property of rubberiness, I will say. And it is very extremely strong and durable material. And some disadvantages part is that it requires a 3D printer, just upgraded 3D printer, and prints very slow. And the price you can get it within the range of 3,000 to 5,000 per kg. And this is some technical specifications of TPE. Nozzle temperature is 190 to 250 degrees Celsius. Varies, and bed temperature is 100 to 70 degrees Celsius. And the print speed you will get it 5 to 50 mm per second. The tensile range is 500 to 2500 PSI. Elongation is 600% maximum of the TPE material before printing, and the density is 0.91 to 1.3 gram per centimeter. And it is very excellent flexural fatigue resistance and good tear abrasion resistance. You will get it from the TPE. And high impact strength, excellent resistance to chemical weathering it has. So a wide range of applications it have, the TPE and TPU have, and a very good quality of material I will say. And PVA, the next product here is the PVA, polyvinyl alcohol. PVA is a supporting material which is a water-soluble polymer and is a colorless, odorless synthetic polymer with significantly biocompatibility properties. And it also have a low toxicity, and so able to be used in health products such as contact lens solutions can be made from the PVA. And reasonable biodegradable, it has reasonably biodegradable property it has. You can see here in the image, the white portion is a PVA. After removing, you can see the product. So it is a material used for the supporting. Some technical specifications we will see. The nozzle temperature is 180 to 200 degrees Celsius, and the bed temperature here for PVA is 45 to 60 degrees Celsius, and is soluble in water. Red water dissolvable support material it has, and no special solvents are required for removing this material from the parts, and no additional hardware required. So moisture, but some cons are there. Just it is a moisture sensitive, and airtight storage containers are required to store this material, and greater chance of clogging if the nozzle is left hot when not extruding, and so expensive this PVA. Next material here is nylon polyamide. Nylon is also a flexible material which is tough and semi-flexible, I will say, and that offers a high impact and abrasion resistance. It is an ideal choice for printing the durable parts. Plastic, gears, screw, nuts, bolts, cable ties can be made from this nylon polyamide. And you will see the different composites of nylon in our next slides. These are the technical specifications for the nylon. The base temperature is 70 to 90 degrees Celsius, and the nozzle temperature here is 225 to 265 degrees Celsius. Density is 1.15 grams, and the nylon is very tough and partially flexible. High impact resistance. It have a very high impact resistance and no unpleasant odor while printing. It does not produce any odor like ABS. Just plastic odor is there, and good abrasion resistance it has. But some disadvantages part is that it is prone to warping, and airtight storage required to prevent the water absorption. Improperly dried filaments can cause the printing defects and not suitable for moist and humid environments. That all are the plastic based filaments I have shown. The next here is the resin. So resin is a liquid material still generally used in SLA or DLP processes. It is used to create the complex and solid forms that are incredibly detailed with a smooth surface in a white, black, or transparent color. The items are printed upside down because it is printed in SLA or DLP, so the material which we get is upside down, and as it rises out of the liquid. So resins here are, we can categorize into for the general purpose. We can see the standard resins are used for the functional purpose. Tough flexible resins we can use, and for high temperature resins are also available here. And there are some durable resins in the category of we can get a durable resin, and there are some castable resins and ceramic resins and biocompatible resins. So wide categories are here in the resin. So first I will want to discuss about the standard resin. The standard resins are used for the general prototyping. They produce a high stiffness and high resolution prints with a smooth injection molding like finish. Finish, their low cost make the ideal for prototyping applications. Some advantages of standard resins are fine features and high details are made from the standard resins, and we can get the smooth surface finish and most economic SLA material, I will say it is. And some disadvantages part of this standard resins are that it is a brittle and low impact strength and low heat deflection temperature. The next is engineering purposes. I have shown some applications here. For the engineering purposes, a protocol prototype 3D printed with SLA. These parts are 3D printed in SLA by the resin, and the second one here is the flexible resins made in SLA. This is some thermal management component made in the SLA, and these are surgical dental guides 3D printed with SLA. So it comes in the category of dental and medical. And the last one is the castable resins. So yeah, if we talk about the engineering SLA resins, engineering resins simulate a range of injection molded plastic to provide engineers with a wide choice of material properties for prototyping, testing, and manufacturing. All engineering resins require the post-processing under the UV light to reach their maximum mechanical properties. Or we can get the tough resins like ABS. And the advantage of that that is a high stiffness and excellent resistance to cyclic load, but not suitable for parts with a thin wall. We cannot make a part of a thin wall and low heat deflection temperature. The next resin is durable resin, which is a wear resistance and a flexible material with a mechanical properties similar to polypropylene. So it is a very high wear resistance and flexible property of flexibility and high impact resistance it has. Not suitable for parts with the thin walls and low heat deflection temperature it has. So this is the come under the category of durable resins. There are some heat resistance resins also. Just which are used for the molding. Here I have shown one product of heat resistant resins. Heat resistant resins are ideal for the applications that require the high thermal stability and operate at high temperature. These resins have a heat deflection temperature between 200 to 300 degrees Celsius and ideal for manufacturing the heat resistance fixtures, mold prototype, and hot air and fluid flow equipments, and casting and thermoforming tools. So the advantages part of this high heat resistance resin is it have the high heat deflections, and we get a smooth surface finish. But the material what we get is brittle and have a low elongation at break, and not suitable for the parts with a thin walls. And these are the hearing aids 3D printed with SLA. Now coming to the some composite materials. Composite fiber boosts the specific properties of traditional 3D printed parts, usually strength, stiffness, and heat resistance and durability. This gives them a strength of advantages for more traditional thermoplastic used in 3D printing like ABS or PLA. So the application of 3D printing can expand it with these additional materials. Here are some I have shown the composite materials. The first one is the chopped fiber. Chopped fiber has less than a millimeter long and are suspended in a nylon-based thermoplastic. This combination is called a filled plastic and is extruded using a standard FDM. Means we can use the FDM for making the parts of chopped fiber, nylon chopped fiber. And these chopped fibers augmented the plastic, increasing the yield strength of the nylon and flexural strength. This increases the yield and flexural strength of nylon. And this combination of nylon and chopped carbon fiber is not technically a composite because the fibers are blended inside the plastic rather than remaining in the string. So we cannot directly say that is a composite. Next one here is the continuous fiber. Continuous fiber including a fiberglass, carbon fiber and Kevlar are what endure composite parts with the directional strength of the metal. They have the elastic moduli between the 16 times and 46 times greater than those of the plastic, with the carbon fibers being almost equivalent to the aluminum with 60 GPa and 69 GPa respectively, as opposed to chopped fiber being suspended in the plastic. Continuous fibers run uninterrupted through a part. The distribution of the load across the three-dimensional geometry is good in the onyx, which is a continuous fiber. They perform best in the tension, so it is critically important to print them with the loading condition in mind. Here is onyx, which is a nylon with chopped carbon fiber. Which has an excellent surface finish and easy to work with. It is 1.4 times stronger and stiff than ABS. Onyx can be reinforced with any continuous fiber to achieve up to 23 times strength. So Onyx sets the bar for the surface finish and chemical resistivity and heat tolerance. Here are some different composites of nylon. Nylon reinforced with a fiberglass, nylon reinforced with a Kevlar, and nylon reinforced with a carbon fiber, and onyx that is already we have discussed with a chopped carbon fiber. If we talk about the fiberglass, nylon fiber reinforced with a fiberglass, continuous fiber material capable of yielding the parts which is 10 times stronger than the ABS when laid into the composite based material like nylon, and fiberglass is the flagship material of the Onyx Pro. You can get it the material from the Mark Force 2 company, and the price is approximately 10,000 per kg of the fiberglass nylon. The next one here is the Kevlar. Kevlar also have the very brilliant properties, which is very tough and highly complement continuous fiber for high impact applications it is continuous fiber known for its energy absorption and extremely tough. If we see the painting temperature for Kevlar, which is 250 to 265 degrees Celsius, and the speed you will get about 25 mm per second to 35 mm per second. And the bed temperature is 60 to 65 degrees Celsius with the PVA glue stick. And the price is it is very precious, and the price is very high for the Kevlar. It is more than 10,000 per kg. And one of the HSHT, which I have not discussed here. I think yes. This is the carbon fiber made product, and this is the Kevlar used product made product. This is fiberglass product, and this is HSHT, which is high strength, high temperature material, maintains its strength and stiffness at high temperatures because of its high deflection temperature, and its high resistance allows it to hold up more extreme environment. So these are some application parts of the composite materials. Now coming to the metal, we have a complete session regarding the metal painting. So already a lot of discussion is done on the metal painting, and I will say almost all metals today can be painted. So here I have shown a brass, bronze, platinum, silver, and gold. So this material are printed on the same way. The model is printed in the wax, then it is solidified into the mold, and liquid plaster is poured, and then metal object is casted and polished. So post processing is required here. Post processes are required here. This material is suitable for sculptures and jewelry and functional mechanical parts. Next, here is the steel, or we can say the different stainless steel or different grade of steels can be printed. Steel is printed by depositing a liquid binder onto the steel powder, then infused with a bronze. The material is very strong, and the material is suitable for very large objects, and also with used for making jewelry, spare parts, and full functional parts. It is not food safe and not recyclable. And the material is heat proof to at 31 degrees Celsius or 1528 degrees Fahrenheit. So very high thermal properties it have. The next material is aluminum. Products are printed with aluminum powder using the selective laser melting SLM process, and the material is very strong and used to make the tools, gadgets, and sports equipment. This I have shown the images which is made from the aluminum powder. So SLA or SLM is a method to use such material here. I have shown one video also. And for the next material here is the titanium. Titanium is an excellent mechanical property, and titanium makes it very sought after the material is in aeronautics industry. It is biocompatible and is particularly adapted to the medical sector. In medical field, it is widely used today for the implantations, and mainly for implants it is used. And which is if we talk about the properties of titanium, it is corrosion resistance and good mechanical properties, low specific weight, and biocompatible. It material is biocompatible. That's why only we are using for the implants, and possible post-treatment medical sectors, and mainly for implants. As I have shown here, how titanium is using titanium. We are using the titanium in implants in today's condition. Just for the surgery, here is the implant which is done by using the parts made from the titanium. This is the second image where ribs are made from the titanium, which is implanted in the human body. So it is very precious material used in the biomedical field today. This is the video just shown here, how the materials, this metal materials are sintered or made. It is select-through laser melting SLM method. Material is used in the powder form here, and then a laser is used to fuse together the metal to desired shape. So here post-processing are required in metal. So the metal printing here, we have the wide range of applications in the market and already being used in the industry. So the next part here is the ceramics. Ceramic is a solid material comprising an inorganic compounded of the metal and non-metal or ionic or covalent bonded metal. And, classic ceramic includes the stoneware, earthenware, and porcelain. Technical ceramics are also used as engineered ceramics. Uh, engineered ceramics and industrial ceramics are there for the application purposes, and their list would be much longer because more are regularly created as custom solutions for specific applications. There are some applicative parts just for the aesthetic use, for tactility. It have the chemical resistance property, and which is a biocompatible, also a biocompatible material, and high or low thermal conductivity depending on the formulation of that material. And it is electrical insulator and very hard, high strength to wet ratio. We can get it from the ceramics. Here are some of the ceramics which I have shown here, which is easily available in the market: zirconium 3Y, zirconia 8Y, and silicon nitride, aluminum toughened zirconia, silica, aluminum, and hydroxy apatite, which is a bone powder, which is bone powder is used for making some biomedical implants and making bones by FDM. And next one here is the polydiorite. Next part here is the wax. Before coming to the wax, I will say some biomaterials are also there, which are being used today for the research purpose. I have not included in my slides. Bioprinters print with the cells and biomaterials, creating the organs that are like structures that let living cells to multiply. And this is all about the research, and it is not available in market. So bioprinting is a pretty new technology, and it has a huge potential to benefit the industries like medicine and cosmetics. So there are some cell inks called the bioinks and skin cell inks and bone cell inks, which are practically being used to make the organs. Next one here is the wax. The wax is defined as the simple lipid mix, long chain alcohol and fatty acid combining together. There is a variety of specific type of waxes found in nature. The most common being type of that is the B secret, and 3D printing uses the castable resins form of wax, and which means the extra material in the wax storage to make it harden after being manipulated. Wax here is generally used for making the molds, and after that it is casted for making the jewelry. And it does not need for different supportive materials. And variation of colors and properties you can get in the wax, and easily melted, easy melting point system, and insoluble in water. Wax is insoluble in water. These are some properties of the wax. In last, I will include the food materials which can be for printed today. today number of foods are like I will say the pizza or chocolate painting is done, coffee painting is done. So many foods are painted today in the market. So here is one of the video of painting the food. Here chocolate is painted. Chocolate cup is made from the FDM. So is it all? This is all from my side. If anybody have any question regarding the materials, you can ask. My answer.
Hello,
Uh,
am I audible?
yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. And
Thank
you
you.
have covered all the materials from the PLA, ABS, and specifically the grades which is used in industry, because we
Yes,
generally cover the standard like PLA and ABS, but
ABS.
forget about the different composite ceramics and different grades in PLA and ABS also.
Yes, yes.
I request the participants, uh, if you have any question regarding this, you can ask. Sir, somebody is asking in chat box, sir.
Yes, sir. For development of a biomechatronics model, which material is suitable for the biomechatronics? Just for mechatronics, I will say electrostatic property should require. So the material, just like elastomers, which are the elastomers can be used for the for a biomechatronics purpose. Thank you. Like we can use the TPU and nylon Ultem. Ultem is one of the best option, I think. 9085 and 1010 that can be used for the mechatronics part that have the very good thermostatic properties.
Okay. Any more questions?
Any more questions?
Okay. Can we end the session, sir?
Okay, okay.
One more
There is
question.
one more question. Is it possible to make just like a human clone? Uh, so as I say, there are some research are going that duplicates the cell, which prints the cell, and after printing that, cells are duplicated or multiplied by itself. So maybe in future, I will say there is a possibility for making the clones. But complete clone, I will not say that is possible. That's because our human body is composed of different parts like hearts, mind, and so that require a different properties for different parts making of the different parts. So in single 3D printing, we can't make that.
Okay, sir. With this, I would like to thanks Hemendra sir for your wonderful session on the materials. Thank you, sir.
My answer, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your presentation.
Okay, okay.
Uh, it is. I want to inform all the participants that tomorrow will be the test as per the AICTE Atal FDP guideline. So make your schedule accordingly. We will be conducting test, or I will send the link of the test at the end of the session, third session of the tomorrow. I will send a link around 4 p.m. So we have to cover it in 60 minutes. So the link will be active for 60 minutes from 4 to 5. So please make your schedule accordingly and be free in the test to attempt the test. Thank you. Thank you so much.